Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoy. Motivation is a lie. If you're on a journey towards wellness and you ever struggle to keep making progress, remove that insidious word from your vocabulary now. Too long didn't read. Motivation, or lack thereof, is really just an excuse to allow you to self-sabotage. Replace motivation with action. Title speaks for itself, but here are my thoughts. First of all, I'm not an expert in anything, and I'm self-conscious about soapboxing on the internet, but I feel really strongly about this, and I'm more than happy to discuss if anyone disagrees. I love this subreddit. I come on here for a few minutes almost every day, and I almost always find someone or something that inspires me to be better or work harder, or just keep going. But inspiration is not motivation. Too many people come on here to ask for motivation, or vent about not feeling motivated, or say they've lost their motivation to lose weight, or get stronger, eat healthier, stop binging, or whatever. Please come here for inspiration, not motivation. Motivation does not exist, at least not in the micro sense. I just got off my Peloton bike. I didn't want to ride this morning. I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel well. I just didn't feel motivated to do it. And I didn't have a good ride. But I did it because I took action. And now I'm proud of myself, and I accomplished something that I could have blown off if I tried to find the motivation to do it. Because guess what? When you look for the motivation to take action and you don't find it, you've just given yourself the perfect excuse to not do that thing. So the next time you feel down, or that you've fallen off the wagon, or you start to lose hope because you plateaued, remember that it's not a race, that there's no finish line, that it's okay to fall and get back up, and that you don't need motivation to improve yourself. You only need to take action. That's why habits are encouraged. Motivation comes and goes. Habits are done even when motivation wanes. Exactly what I came here to say. Motivation is nice, but motivation comes and goes. Habits last, for better or for worse. I've read that self-discipline is a better predictor for success than motivation, as self-discipline is a skill you can hone with practice, while motivation comes and goes. That being said, I think motivation does serve an important role. It can remind us to keep looking at the bigger picture, and it can remind us of our individual reasons for making changes, not just what we should be doing. I agree completely with this. I don't rely on motivation to keep me going, but I do try to have a mental image of something I really want to picture from time to time. Right now, it's picturing going to an amusement park once COVID stops being such a thing. I could be close to a normal weight by then. I've had to make excuses to not even go to theme parks for decades because I knew it wouldn't fit into most of the seats. I can't wait to go and not even think about it. This is so true. I have a stationary bike too, and I've been trying to do at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. I cycled on Monday and Tuesday, but yesterday I didn't. I just felt tired. I didn't feel strong enough. I felt worn out. I decided that I just didn't have the motivation to do it, and so I didn't. Reading this, I realized that I should have just bit the bullet and done it anyway. I just got on the bike despite feeling like I wasn't up for it. Even if I'd only managed 5 minutes, or cycled much slower than normal, or even at an easier setting, it would have been better than nothing, and I bet I would have got into the swing of it once I'd started. Thank you for this post. Next time I feel like I just don't have the motivation to exercise or eat healthily or what have you, I'm just going to tell myself to take action instead of dwelling on being in the right mindset. If I always have to wait for motivation, it'll rarely happen. It may not be a full-on lie, but it is misleading and not the cure-all for sure. Also, super short-lived. Like the detonating cord, it can light the fire to explosive change, but there has to be something connected to it. And dedication, habit, even automation of habits, or action. Something to keep the motivation from fizzing out in a dud. I found this time a morning affirmation has helped reset my mind daily to keep it fresh and having as much of my meals and snacks static or pick and choose. Now that won't work for everyone, but you're right, my motivation from January is long gone, but I'm still feeding my desire, my need and dedication as much as I can. I once heard someone say that discipline should take over when motivation fails. I try to remember that. A case in point, I really didn't want to get out of bed this morning to go to the gym. It was dark and it was rainy. I just wanted to stay snuggled into the covers. I started going through my list of excuses and justifications, but I was also honest with myself. I am most consistent with my workouts if I go first thing in the morning before my brain has a chance to fully wake up and get into an excuse-making mode. I won't go after work or on my lunch break. I just won't. So I got up and went to do my 40 minutes of strength training. I also restarted Couch to 25K this week, so I did my day 2 run shortly after I got home from the gym. I was not motivated. I did not want to do any of this, but I did it and I don't regret it. I actually feel great about it. If I work out consistently, that helps to keep my diet on track. Why would I sabotage my workouts by eating foods that make me feel like crud, or that won't help me meet my fitness goals? It becomes a positive feedback loop. For exercise, I often tell myself I'm going to put in this fitness video and at least get started. 5 minutes is better than nothing. I can stop it at any time. I never stop it midway though, even though that's the excuse I tell myself to just do it. Just getting my butt up to get it started always is enough for me to finish. I do this too. I tell myself I can do anything for 15 minutes. I can quit then. But at that point, I'm halfway through. I do a lot of 30-minute, 2-mile walking videos, and it seems stupid to quit, so I keep going. Motivation is like the cherry on top. It's nice when you have it, but you don't need it. I focus on everything decision by decision, day by day. I get a boost of motivation and inspiration when I have a great workout, or when I have a great weight loss one week, but I don't live and die by it. And if I did, I wouldn't be successful. I often have crappy workouts, and as anyone who has ventured down the weight loss path knows, the scale doesn't always immediately reflect your dedication. When motivation hits, it's a great lift, and I do enjoy it while it lasts, but when I don't have it, I still do what I need to do to be healthy and work towards who I want to be. Motivation is awesome, but when one relies on it to get things done, often things won't continue to get done consistently. In my experience, nobody can motivate you but you, and asking someone else to motivate you is kind of pointless because they can only offer motivation based on their feelings and experiences, which might be a lot different from yours. Motivation can dry up in a second based on about 1,000 different factors, but I would be lying if I said, let's get this over with, wasn't what worked for me 99% of the time. I don't have to be madly in love with whatever it is I should be doing either. I mean, sure, feeling that way would make it more enjoyable. It might make me do it a little more effectively, but usually I just sigh and do my thing, whether it's my daily workout or doing a particularly annoying task at work or cleaning the bathroom. As it becomes more of a habit, it becomes a little more tolerable, and if that's the best it will get, that's okay with me. I couldn't agree more. I always say that the key to really losing it, at least for me, is patience and tenacity. You have to get really stubborn and dig in with it. That can be going out to exercise or just saying no to unauthorized treats. I allow treat meals, but they have to be planned in advance. Sticking with it, even when the scale doesn't budge, is pure stubbornness. Then there's the patience. I think the patience is the hardest part, but I also think it's the most important, at least for those of us with a lot to lose. It takes a long time to lose a lot of weight. There are stalls and setbacks and plateaus. Hell, it's slow even without those things. A good post. I think if everyone here had patience and tenacity, well, no one would be here. It's hard to dig deep and put in the work, and I think a lot of people are afraid to hold themselves accountable, so they seek external support systems and validation, i.e. motivation. Feeling motivated is a great catalyst for positive change, but as soon as a person says, I have trouble staying motivated, or help me get motivated too, they've already given themselves permission to fail. Congrats on your incredible success. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you haven't joined our amazing community yet, the Narwhals, consider tapping subscribe for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And lastly, here's our featured Narwhal of the day. Is sharing my weight loss journey. Lost 34 pounds from April 2020, 171, to September 2020, 137. That wasn't even my highest weight, which was 195. After becoming ill with mono and becoming extremely anemic and deficient in loads of vitamins, I decided I couldn't continue on with these self-destructive habits.